Hey, Brew.
Just like every other creator out there, I sit here with the seeds of a million ideas littered across the garden of my imagination, waiting to be planted, watered and nurtured into a beautiful realised piece of creative work. But life always presents you with obstacles. Ignoring the headphone, I'll explain it in a second. Right, so I'm going to level with you. The beginning of this video is going to be miles better than the end of this video, and I'm actually probably going to rush this quite a little bit because I've made this video about 6 times now. I need to get it out of my head onto a screen so you can see it. Basically, I went out and I shot a whole really awesome video that was going to be cut together just like the beginning of this video. I got back to the studio, well, I got back here to my office, and the audio was all knackered, and there's no way to fix it unless you want either clips where it's with no audio or clips where it sounds like somebody's got the bag of Rice Krispies out of the bag and they're just like smashing as I'm talking. It's no good. Then I came here and I did this exact thing that I'm doing right now. Talking to you, face to the camera, just a little head interview sort of situation like this, and I was recording it. I didn't notice halfway through, I don't know how far through, the zoom turned off. I didn't have a headphone in listening to it, so I couldn't tell it had turned off. So I said all this spiel and no audio again. So here we go. This is the super condensed version. Just like all creators, I've got these crazy ideas in my head, these seeds, as you put it, that need to be planted in the garden of ideas to be grown and nurtured into these wonderful creations, these visual projects that people need to see. One of these ideas I had that has been pushed back and pushed back and pushed back because, as I said in the original edit, life finds a way to create situations that are more important than making a video. That's where this animation came in originally. Which meant stuff like that means that these ideas have to be put on the back burner and you're going to wait and wait and wait. Now I'm at a stage where I think I should probably just get my act together and make this video. It was kind of your video about the Not Normal show and planting the seeds and helping grow these seeds into amazing projects that kind of pushed me to do it. So I planted a seed on your website and it was promptly denied. So I thought maybe I'd worded it a little wrong, so I planted the seed again and it was double denied. So I figured if I wanted this seed to succeed, in the original video where the audio's buggered, there was a point where I said that, and then I'm all like, can I rhyme seed with succeed? And it pulls out, and I'm sat in my editing suite over here, and I'm like, dude, it's your video. You can rhyme what you want with what you want. Just tell him the story. And back in, and I'm like, yeah, cool, all right. So if I wanted the seed to succeed, I realized that I have to take a different route, which is why I'm making this video, Brew. Oh my God, the battery on the camera's dying now. Everything is going wrong. 1 minute. There was a moment of panic there where I thought I'd left the spare batteries down at the studio, but we're okay, so we're back on it. My God, I forgot what I was up to. This video is cursed. I'm pretty confident at this point that there's some divine entity trying to stop me from making this video. I decided it was about time I get off my ass and put this project into action. Greatly inspired by your video. Thanks for making that. It's just the push I needed to... Let's tell you about the project. So, it's called Virgins. Don't worry, it's a clickbait title. It'll make sense in a minute. To make the whole project make sense, there is a word I'm going to have to define right now. Airsoft. So for those of you who are uninitiated, airsoft is a combat simulation sport or a war game similar in its fundamental idea to paintball or that first-person shooter you're playing on your Xbox, sat on the settee eating Cheetos, where in reality you should be doing something more creative like playing it on a PC with PC Master Race, where you get a much better experience. But that aside, it's a first-person shooter where you are the main character in real life, running around, getting hot and sweaty, shooting your friends, and it is incredible and loads of fun. Airsofters use replica imitation firearms, which are 1-1 replicas of real-world weapon systems that use compressed air, whether that be with a manually cocked spring or an electrically driven gearbox or compressed gas or this new modern high-tech high-pressure air scuba steve wizardry that everybody seems to be into these days. Whatever the power source, the idea is the same. You're propelling a super lightweight 6mm plastic BB down a smooth bore barrel at non-lethal velocities at your friends and shooting them in the face, neck and chest. Obviously, you're wearing iron face protection, so there's no physical injuries to your eyes, which is the only real danger with airsoft. And that's it. The game is played by millions of enthusiasts all around the world. It's in most civilized countries around the world. There are players every weekend and a lot of weekdays going out slinging plastic with their friends and having a great time. These airsoft games are played at regulated sites all over the world. And a lot of these are either just the woods with some barricades set up, which is how a lot of people start, or there are a lot of former military installations which are taken over by airsoft companies and there are massive games there. There's also old schools, old churches, old villages. There's a lot of places. There's even a few big ships that you can go and play on. Some people set up a warehouse and they build what you call a kill house in there, which is basically just loads of OSB boards set up to make a maze of rooms and corridors and tunnels and things you can go over and under so you can get those nice tight angles and shoot your friends. It's loads of fun and there's a massive, massive passionate community around the world. I've been playing airsoft for about 20 years now. I've played it all over the country. I've travelled around Europe with it. It's a fantastic sport and it's an amazing pastime. And I've made fantastic friends through airsoft. Some of these people I've known since I started and I wouldn't have met them if it wasn't for the game. And these people have become my closest friends, pretty much family.
What's it, was it close to?
Okay. I made it fallen.
And it's thanks to airsoft that I have these people in my life. Airsoft is great because you're getting out off the settee and you are playing a game that feels like a video game, but it's in real life. You're getting your heart pumping, you're sweating, you're getting a workout without realizing it. And I think that's really important. There. Whoa! What's going on with the audio? Can't be having this. So the idea with the show is I want to take people who either have never heard of airsoft, never played it, or have never handled a gun, whether that be a real weapon system or a toy or an air gun or an airsoft gun in their lives, and put them into the game and let them see how much fun it is. These airsoft virgins will be popping their airsoft cherry on YouTube. So the show is going to be in 3 parts. Before, during and after. Before, we'll be down at the studio, which you saw at the beginning of this video, where we sit them down, talk to them beforehand, it's all on camera, interview them about the game, get their apprehensions and what they think it's going to be like, give them an ICS CXP Mars SBR, which is the gun they'll be using, teach them how to safely operate the gun, teach them the fundamental rules of firearm safety, which, while this isn't a real gun and you can't actually kill anybody with it, which is great, they can be pretty dangerous if used incorrectly. So following the fundamental firearm safety rules is imperative. And we'll obviously drill this into everybody. We'll teach them how to load it, unload it, make safe, and fire it. So all the problem-solving things that you need to know when you're shooting your friends. Then we'll kit them up with some eye protection, face protection, a helmet with a GoPro on it. We'll give them some body protection in the form of a vest, like a plate carrier, so you can carry your magazines, which are what you load your rounds into your weapon system with, and we'll send them out in the field. There's going to be 3 cameras on them at any time, basically 2 on the gun, 1 on the helmet. And then, as well as that, I'll be following them around with a DSLR. We'll record crystal clear audio using this zoom as long as it doesn't shit bricks like it did earlier on. And then we'll let them go to a great site somewhere here in the UK, have an amazing day experiencing airsoft for the first time. Then we'll head back to the studio and do a debrief. So they'll explain what they enjoyed, what they didn't like, whether they'll be doing it again, whether it lived up to their expectations, and then whether they're going to do it again or if they'd recommend it to anybody else. And I think this is going to be a great way to get people who would normally not be interested in this kind of thing or not have the balls, so to speak, to go and do this, actually to get out there, get the heart pumping and do something that is loads of fun. For the initial 6 episodes, I want to approach YouTube creators who don't mind being in front of the camera, possibly making a fool out of themselves and like the adventurous outdoor lifestyle that you kind of need to be into to play airsoft. Which is why I'm approaching you, Brew. I want you to come and be part of episode 0 of Virgins. I want you to be the first person to go through this process and play the game with me. And also, of course, you'd be making your episode of the Not Normal Show. So it'd be great to actually use that as a platform to blatantly promote the show. You get what I'm going here. It'd be essentially a YouTube collaboration and you'll be the star of my show. It'd be fantastic. That's pretty much where I'm going to wrap this up. There was a little bit more fun, exciting stuff that I went into originally, but obviously with this being the 6th time that I've actually recorded this video, all that fun stuff has gone now. I just want to make this video and put it out there because I gave myself a deadline and I wanted to have it done and I wanted to have it ready for my normal upload schedule. I really hope nothing else goes wrong on this one. Previously there was a really funny ending going on, but for now, if you're interested, drop me a line, Brew, and I'll even provide the iron brew, which I don't want to drink ever again because that first scene in the video I had to drink quite a bit of iron brew. I don't even like iron brew. A Pepsi drinker, choice for new generation. But yeah, so we'll leave it at that. See you in a bit. Oh my god, that's a really sugary drink. I don't like iron brew at all.